Some things knock before they enter. This one didn't. The 2222 portal didn't wait for permission. It broke in like a storm through a window, and now it's here, whether you're ready or not. This isn't just another date on the calendar. This is a ripple in time, a cosmic jailbreak, and it's already rewriting the script of reality. If something's been feeling off lately, like time is bending, like your thoughts are louder, like your skin is vibrating with something you can't explain, you're not imagining things. You're picking up on a signal most people will never hear. Because this portal wasn't meant for everyone. Most won't notice it. Most will scroll right past this moment like it's just another Tuesday. But for a few, for the ones who feel more, see more, and never really fit in, this moment was made for you. You weren't meant to blend in. You were meant to break through. April 22nd, 2025. The date seems ordinary, but don't let that fool you. The 2222 code is hidden in plain sight, like a shadow tucked inside a beam of light. Most won't spot it, most won't care. But you're still here, and that means you're waking up. The hidden code? I'm about to reveal it in just a moment, so stay with me. Because once you see it, you'll feel that shift deep in your bones. This isn't just about numbers. It's about alignment, timing, and transformation. The truth is, this portal doesn't wait. It doesn't knock. It doesn't care if you're ready. It's like wildfire in dry grass. Once it ignites, it moves fast. Miss it now, and you might miss your only chance. So don't scroll away. Like this video, subscribe. Drop the number 77 in the comments to anchor the energy and help spread this message before it disappears into the noise. Now let's go deeper. What exactly is the 2222 portal, and why is it opening now? Let me show you what most people will never see. Let me show you what most people will never see. You're already further than most. If you're still watching, that means something in you knows. It's not just curiosity, it's recognition. You can feel something shifting, even if you can't explain it yet. Now listen closely. If you've been randomly remembering old dreams, especially ones you haven't thought about in years, don't brush it off. That's not random. That's not nostalgia. That's a signal. Your subconscious has started lighting up parts of you that were asleep. It's like memories buried in ice suddenly thawing out. Dreams from years ago bubbling to the surface, like they were just waiting for this week to arrive. And trust me, there's a reason. A very specific one. I'll break it all down soon, but don't go anywhere. Because once you hear why, it's going to flip your understanding of this week upside down. But first, you need to understand how this portal, this 2222 activation, is even possible. Because it wasn't supposed to be. It doesn't show up on spiritual calendars. No astrologer marked it. No tarot reader pulled a card for it. And yet, it came anyway. Like a glitch in the matrix. A cosmic rogue wave that slipped in through a crack nobody saw coming. That's what makes this portal different. Most alignments are predicted. This one wasn't. Most are slow and symbolic. This one moves fast, like a whisper turning into a scream. It's not just an activation. It's an interruption. A backdoor into the system. April 22nd is the key. On the surface, just another date. But look deeper. April is the 4th month. Split it in half, you get 2 twos, then pair that with the 22nd day. What do you get? 22-22. A mirrored master number. A sequence that hides in plain sight but vibrates like a tuning fork when you notice it. That's why this matters. This portal isn't cluttered with cosmic noise. It's not tangled in planetary drama. It's clean, director, raw, no filters, no rituals, just pure energy, open only to those vibrating high enough to catch it. This isn't for everyone. It never was. And here's the twist. You weren't supposed to find this video, but somehow you did. You weren't supposed to be here, but here you are. That's not coincidence. That's alignment. That's frequency. And if you're still here, that means you're already inside the portal. Not standing at the edge, not waiting in line, inside. So take a breath, let that sink in. You're not watching a video, you're stepping through a door. And once you do, you can't pretend it's not there. Because here's the truth most won't say out loud. You don't belong here, not in the way the world taught you to. And this portal, it's your proof. Let's not sugarcoat it. You've spent years trying to blend in, trying to wear masks that never quite fit. You've laughed when things weren't funny, smiled when something in you wanted to scream, and all for what? To avoid the stare, the label, the silence. But deep down, you've always felt it, haven't you? That invisible wall between you and everything else. Like you've been placed on the wrong planet, reading from the wrong script. Everyone else seems to have the manual, and you're just freestyling it. Now here comes this portal, 2222, showing up out of nowhere, breaking every spiritual rule, aligning with nothing and no one. And suddenly, it feels like it gets you. Because this isn't a portal for perfection. It's a mirror for misfits. It's not part of the system, it's a break from it. It's not wrapped in celestial predictions. It's not here to follow the plan. It is the glitch, the code that doesn't compute, just like you. And that's where the power is. This portal wasn't designed for people who feel comfortable here. It's a frequency for the restless ones, the night thinkers, the silent screamers, the souls who've walked through life with a quiet ache in their chest and a question that never left their lips. What am I even doing here? You're not broken. You're just wired for a different world. And guess what? This portal is it. This is your system coming back online. The 2222 code isn't a gentle nudge. It's a siren, a red light flashing in a dream. It's saying, wake up now, or miss it. It's not here to comfort, it's here to activate. This isn't a blessing for the masses. It's a signal flare for the few. For the ones who've been told they're too sensitive, too intense, too strange, too late, too loud, too much, or not enough. But here's the secret. That feeling of not fitting in, it wasn't a mistake. It was the mark of something different, something waiting. And now the wait is over. So if your whole life has felt like a misalignment, like you were always 5 seconds off from the rhythm of the world, this is your confirmation. You weren't meant to blend in. You were meant to break through. And this portal, it's your moment. Ready or not, it's open. Now let's go deeper. There are still 8 things you need to know. And the first one starts with something that already happened. A whisper from the past that's turning into a roar right now. Because this isn't the first portal like this, and it won't be the last, but it might be the most important one you'll ever walk through. Let's rewind. February 22nd, 2022, 2/22/22. A date stamped in spiritual time like a fingerprint left on the glass of the universe. People felt it before they even understood it. That wasn't a normal day. Time twisted, numbers repeated. People bumped into soulmates, ended old patterns, and saw signs on license plates, clocks, and dreams. That was no accident. That day cracked something open. It was a global calibration, a moment where millions unknowingly synced with something ancient. The code was planted, a lock was broken, and then it went quiet. Until now. This new portal, 2222, isn't a repeat, it's the response. If February 22nd, 2022 was the knock, this is the door flying open. It's the echo that comes when no one's listening anymore. It's quiet for most, loud for those who stayed tuned in. Because while the world got distracted again, doom scrolling, numbing out, chasing noise, some of you stayed awake. You didn't just notice the signs, you studied them. You followed the clues. You broke cycles, faced shadows, asked the uncomfortable questions, and while others were busy forgetting, you remembered. That's who this portal is for. The first one cracked the surface, but this one digs into your bones. It doesn't just shift energy, it shifts you, from the root, from the places inside you that were still untouched, still asleep, still waiting for something that didn't have a name, until now. This is where past lives start bleeding into the present, where dreams start speaking in riddles, and the riddles start making sense. You might hear voices, not out loud, but inside, clear as bells. You might feel memories that don't belong to this lifetime. And you might finally start remembering what you came here to do. Because this isn't about the beginning anymore. It's about what you do with everything that already began. You've been handed the pieces since 2022. Now the portal is saying, what will you build? This isn't just energy to float in, it's power to activate, direction to follow, a mission waking up in your bloodstream. But make no mistake, once this echo hits you, you can't unhear it. Once this door opens inside you, you can't unwalk through it. So take a breath, feel it. You're not just watching this happen, you are part of the ripple. And we've only just hit the surface of what this portal is unlocking. Keep going, this gets deeper. And what's wild is, it already started before you even hit play on this message. Because you're not waking up by accident. You're being pinged. For the past few nights, maybe even weeks, something strange has been happening. Some of you have already noticed it. You've been waking up in the middle of the night, not randomly, not restlessly, but at the exact same time over and over again. 2-22, 3-33, 444, the mirror numbers, the repeats, the whispers in digital code. You might have thought it was your mind playing tricks on you, or maybe just stress. But no, this is the resonance of the 2222 portal already reaching you. Before your mind caught on, your body already knew. Your nervous system tuned in like an antenna. You felt the signal before the message arrived. And those repeating numbers, they're not just coincidences. They're not just numbers. They're frequency keys, sequences carrying vibrational weight, each one unlocking something hidden. These are like Morse code from the cosmos, little taps from the other side of the veil, letting you know you're being contacted. Every time you woke up in the dark with that strange, electric feeling in your skin, like your dream was still hovering in the room with you, that wasn't random. That was the portal brushing against your field. That was your soul getting tapped on the shoulder. This portal doesn't knock like a visitor. It buzzes like a current. It's not a doorway. It's a circuit, a live one. And when it finds someone who can match the signal, it connects. It mirrors. It syncs. It activates. You might feel drained one moment, then full of wild, raw energy the next. You might feel watched, not in fear, but in knowing. Because when you're waking up like that, you're not just being disturbed, you're being pulled up. Something is calling you into motion, into memory, into position. This is how real activation begins, not with fireworks, but with patterns, with timing, with rhythm. And if you're waking up at those mirrored hours, you're not just receiving energy, you are the energy. You are part of the signal chain. And here's the part most won't tell you. This kind of connection doesn't happen unless you're carrying something important. A code, a task, a frequency the portal needs in order to complete the transmission. You are not the audience of this moment. You are one of its senders. So when you wake up again tonight, and you probably will, don't just roll over. Take a breath. Feel the space around you. Because you're not alone in that moment. You are syncing. And the portal is listening. We're just beginning to tap into what this means. Keep going. It's all about to connect. It's all about to connect. And now we get to one of the strangest, most powerful pieces of this entire portal activation. Because this isn't just about waking up in the middle of the night. It's about why. It's about what's coming up from the deep, the buried, the forgotten, the things you thought were long gone. This portal is made entirely of duality, light and shadow, then and now, conscious and unconscious. It's a mirror made of energy, and when two frequencies align, they don't just meet, they remember. That's why lately, you might have started recalling strange dreams, old ones, childhood dreams, long forgotten symbols, glimpses from your teenage years, maybe even fragments that never made sense at the time, but suddenly feel like they're pulsing with meaning. That's no coincidence. This portal doesn't just open new doors, it reactivates old ones. Think of it like your soul has been running an operating system with files hidden in folders you forgot existed. And now the 2222 frequency, it's the decryption key. People across the world are reporting it, suddenly remembering specific moments from the past in hyper detail. Dreams from a decade ago, symbols that haunted them as kids, feelings that never quite left but had no name. Doors, mirrors, trains, elevators. If you've dreamt about movement, travel, transition, those weren't just dreams. They were messages, encrypted, stored, protected. And now, the code's arrived, and those messages are waking back up. And if you're wondering why it's happening now, why those images feel more alive than ever, it's because you're not losing touch with reality. You're syncing with it. This portal acts like a beacon. It's reading your history like a scanner. And every time it finds a match, a dream, a memory, a symbol, it sends out a pulse, a wave, and you feel it. Maybe it shows up as déjà vu. Maybe it feels like, I've seen this before. Maybe you've even caught yourself saying, this is familiar, but I don't know why. You're not imagining that. You're remembering, because here's the deeper truth. The past was never the past. It was paused, like a scene frozen in time, waiting for the moment it could resume, and now it's back. You are not who you were when you first had those dreams. but you're finally who you need to be to understand them. So if your nights have been haunted by flashbacks and forgotten symbols, don't fear it. Don't dismiss it. That's the portal reaching back through your story, grabbing the thread and pulling it into the now. And the moment you start paying attention, the rest of the code starts unfolding. Keep going. This energy is just starting to speak louder. And now it's no longer whispering through dreams or nudging you with numbers. It's building something, right under your skin, right behind your days. Because the number 22, it isn't soft. It's not the kind of energy that hugs you and tells you it'll all work out. It's not peaceful. It's precise. Think of it like this. Where other numbers knock on the door and wait, 22 walks in with blueprints and starts moving furniture. It doesn't ask for permission, it assigns. This isn't an invitation to dream, it's an instruction to build. That's what makes the 22-22 portal different from every other alignment. It doesn't drift like a cloud of good vibes. It's a spiritual architect, a divine engineer. And right now it's drawing up plans around you, inside you, through you. You might have already felt it, that pressure, that strange sense that something's closing in. Not like danger, but like urgency. Like you're running out of time without knowing what the deadline is. That's not chaos, that's calibration. The portal is rearranging your field, positioning people, breaking patterns, collapsing timelines that no longer serve. And it's doing it without asking for your comfort, because comfort isn't the goal, purpose is. This portal isn't here to wait for you to feel ready. It's not looking for permission. It's not slowing down so you can catch your breath. It's placing you like a piece in a massive energetic grid. And if you've felt lately like life is squeezing in around you, like your choices are being trimmed down, like your usual escape routes are disappearing, it's not because you're stuck. It's because you're being shaped. Time has started to fold in on itself. Minutes feel faster, days blur, weeks vanish. That's not your imagination. That's the energy compacting timelines, finishing a version of you that's been in progress for years, maybe even lifetimes. This is the phase where the sculptor starts cutting away the last pieces of marble. And what's underneath? That's you, the version that can't be shaken, the version that was always meant to emerge during this exact window. So if you feel the tension, good. You're in the hands of something higher. If it's uncomfortable, perfect. That means the mold is breaking. This isn't a soft awakening. This is a structural one. The 2222 portal doesn't just open doors, it builds bridges. It assigns roles. It delivers instructions through feeling, pressure, alignment, and timing. You're not being punished, you're being positioned. And once you understand that, once you lean into the pull instead of resisting it, you'll realize this isn't happening to you. It's happening for you. And the more you surrender to that truth, the more clearly you'll see what's really unfolding. Because this isn't a moment that just comes and goes. The door doesn't close on April 22nd. It dissolves. This portal isn't a clean ending. There's no dramatic slam, no cosmic fireworks. Instead, it slips, like fog sliding through the cracks of your life. One moment, you feel like you're standing inside it. The next, it's flowing through your veins. It doesn't leave. It lingers. It settles. From April 22nd onward, you're not stepping out of the portal. You're walking deeper into it. Reality won't feel the same. Not because everything outside changed overnight, but because something inside you did. The boundaries between normal and mystical begin to blur. The veil doesn't tear, it blends. You may start to feel your thoughts differently. They won't all sound like you. Some will feel like they're coming through you. And that's not something to fear. It's a symptom of the dissolve. The portal doesn't end, it embeds. It hardwires itself into your field, your nervous system, your intuition. And suddenly, what used to feel like a gut instinct will start to feel more like a download. You'll hear without hearing, know without knowing why, because the portal didn't just touch your energy, it rewrote your frequency. This is what happens when timelines collapse inward, when spiritual infrastructure gets activated from the inside. You don't just experience the energy, you start carrying it. By the time you reach April 26, you won't be able to fully go back to who you were. The shift will have already finished its quiet work. But here's the kicker. You won't even realize how much changed until you're already living differently. You might notice small things first. The way you speak, the way you react, the way your body tenses or softens in places that used to stay stuck. And then it'll hit you. You're not reacting from your old self anymore. Because the portal doesn't exit cleanly. It doesn't close the door behind it. When a portal like this finishes its work, it doesn't leave. It takes a part of you with it. The part that doubted, the part that delayed, the part that needed proof before action. Gone, dissolved. What's left? The version of you that remembers why you came here in the first place. And as the fog clears, as the integration begins, as your old self quietly steps aside, you'll know. You didn't just pass through something, you became something. And that's what makes this portal different. It doesn't just shift energy, it initiates legacies. Keep going. You're already on the other side. So here we are, on the other side of something you didn't even know you were preparing for. The 2222 portal isn't just an event, it's a beginning. You've crossed a threshold and life will never echo the same again. If this message sparks something in you, it wasn't by chance. Trust that. Now stay connected. Like this video to anchor the energy, subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next, and drop the number 77 in the comments to let the portal know you've arrived. Your alignment is your signal, and this is just the start.